obviously a great win tonight, but the injury to Jack White really soured it. Have you got any indication of how severe that finger injury is?
Yeah, obviously there was quite a severe dislocation. It's been popped back in now. It's just whether there's anything more than that. We'll get some scans and X-rays and see if there's any kind of fractures to it as well. But yeah, Doc's done his job, and hell of an athletic play. Obviously, it was called excessive. But yeah, it was a long way to fall for him when you're the athlete that you are when you're Jack White. So, and again, this competition is about playing every possession, to the end and trying to score, because, we only win the one quarter, and I thought in all three quarters we needed to be much better in either stopping their score or executing something better to win some of those quarters where they were really close. So, I do like the competition for that, but every play is going to play out, and that was a play that happened in an athletic contest. So, I feel for Jack right now.
Just on that foul, obviously Tony Crocker was his second unsportsmanlike. Did you have any issue with the foul yourself, or do you think it's just part of the game?
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about it. I saw it from where I saw it. I haven't watched it on replay, so he made a play at the ball. I'm sure that there was intent to certainly go after it and try and block it. So after that, I don't really want to talk about it.
Just a reminder, guys, please use the raise hand function if you do have a question. Go for it, Stephen.
Dean, obviously you made that thrilling start up 36-10 early there. Did you take more solace out when your head hit the pillow tonight? Did you take more out of that start that you guys had? Or do you reflect more and learn more out of what happened in those next three quarters where Adelaide really took it to you?
It's nice to see, a change, because we hadn't won the first two quarters of, the competitions in the Cup so far, and we talked about it early in the week, but going into the game, it wasn't a massive focus. It was about making sure we were locked in defensively and into our scouts and doing all those things. And again, when you hold a team to 8 points in the quarter, you're doing a lot of good things defensively. And so, I loved that part of it. I thought in the rest of the game, there's some elements that we just got to get better. And one of the big elements tonight was the way we passed the basketball, and especially the way that we passed the basketball to the post. And I'm sure, we have 14 turnovers, and I think, 8 of them are probably caused out of us not correctly passing it to the post or having a little bit more patience, trying to force things. So I think that's just a massive area of the game that we need to make a skill improvement on. And then there's special situations that, as a group, we just got to get on the same page and be better as well. And you don't want to lose a close game because you don't execute a play correctly. So, some good improvements there. But, I like the way we grounded out, and, I like the way that we played defence in the last few minutes to limit their opportunities.
And what do you think of Mitch McCarron's performance tonight? He obviously showed a lot of hustle, and it's not easy when you're going up against a guy like Sunday Detch, who's a warrior defensively. Yeah,
Mitch has put some really good games together. He rebounded amazingly tonight, and that can, for him, when he's rebounding aggressively like that, can start our break and get us running. He was fairly confident shooting the basketball for most of the night. And again, I still feel like there's just always going to be a couple that I still want him to shoot. And so, that's... And some situations where, as a point guard, just sharing more information about what's going on the floor. But he's been great through this period without Shea and Chris, and taking a real leadership role of the team. So really pleased with his performance.
Dean, a milestone for both of you guys out there tonight. Can you tell us a little bit about the guy next to you and what he means to your club?
Yeah, it was 150, and Chris just hit that 150 mark, and so both these guys are establishing a standard within Melbourne United and a longevity, and the culture that these guys and Barlow, especially in the way that he conducts himself as a person, as a father. He's a role model to all of us in the way that he takes care of his family, and the love that he has, for his children, and the joy that he gets from, being around his family. And, there's that side of it. And then, there's the discipline that he has to get his body right for absolutely every game, for every practice, and the time that he spends and the sacrifices he makes to make sure that he's absolutely ready to go as best prepared as possible is something that rubs off on every one of our other players. And then what he's really grown into is a great teacher to everybody. He's the guy that we go to if, as a coaching staff, we're sitting on the fence on something, let's go ask Barlow. And we know he's going to be absolutely calculated in his response and give us a great outcome. And so many of our guys are going to him for advice, and he's the perfect guy for Jack White and Mason Petenling coming into our club to just bounce things off and get better. So, yeah, credit to him, and there's plenty more games to come.
Dan Snowden, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, Coach, just a word on Scotty Hobson. Obviously, he's had his struggles this year, but particularly into that third quarter when Adelaide were coming at you, he came up with a few baskets there and chipped in again there in the fourth. You must be pretty pleased with what you saw from him in that second half. Yeah,
and we just made a change today. We did it with Mello last year. We just brought him off the bench and just let Scotty, not try and force something, just see what was going on the floor, and then come in and be Scotty Hobson and attack the rim and, make the passes that he does and make reads. And, I thought he was just sharp tonight. I thought he was sharp with the ball. I thought he saw gaps, got into it. So, yeah, he was a big factor. We put the ball in his hands, when the game got close, and I thought he stretched out the margin. And looking at his plus minus, he's plus 20 when he was on the floor tonight. And that's, it's a credit to him the way that he approached the game tonight.
Yet another milestone under your belt. But this team in particular this season, obviously off to a hot start. What do you make of this group in particular?
Look, to be honest, I can't think of much except Whitey, my teammate, who, like Dino said, I feel like I've taken him under my wing to a certain extent, as I tried to with all my teammates, but seeing that happen to him, I'm pretty flat. To be honest, just a brilliant person, an outstanding talent, and I'm just really upset about that and hope for a quick recovery. You guys have had a glimpse of the talent that this kid has. You have no idea about the person probably that he is, which is an incredible guy, a talent that is an Olympic level player, an NBA level player, and I just big shout out to him for everything that he's done and will do in his career, and I just want to hope for a speedy recovery. I can't remember the question. I don't really care about much else. Happy to get the win. I love playing with this team, and I'm excited about what we can be.